Hey guys, what's up? This is Doctorian, and in case you didn't watch my Happy New Year video, Happy New Year to all of you guys. I'm sorry for not uploading for 3 weeks, but it's all explained in the video over there. So if you want to know why I didn't upload for 3 weeks, it's in the 2016 Happy New Year video, so you can check that out. I'm sorry for not uploading for 3 weeks, but yeah. We're gonna continue with the Artifact Talent Calculator videos. We're gonna finish off that series for sure. We're gonna do all the specs, don't worry. I know that right now, we're gonna do today the Warlock and tomorrow the Warrior. As you can see right now, for the Warlock we only have the Affliction and the Destruction spec. But I'm still waiting for, I know I'm missing specs, but we will do those specs when they're getting released. So don't worry, we will cover all the specs. So let's begin with the Affliction Warlock, shall we? Let's go over to the Artifact Equip effect. So when you equip this weapon, you get a certain effect. That's for usually all the weapons. So two things before we start, by the way, with the video is I almost forgot that because it's 3 weeks ago. I'm sorry. First of all, this is not a guide how to spec your weapon. If you're playing the alpha or the beta, or when you're getting into release, this is not a guide. I'm just made a, in my opinion, a fun way to have a look at the talents. So what I'm doing in this video is I'm starting with the Golden Border talent, because you need to pick this talent to actually start progressing your weapon. And then I'm going to check the Elite talents. The Elite talents are the talents with the Golden Dragon, and I'm gonna pick a number 1, 2, and 3 elite talent. I'm gonna start with what sounds the most cool, and it sounds like it has an awesome visual effect, or a graphical effect, or it sounds really awesome. That's gonna be my number 1. It doesn't say it's the best elite talent. It's just my way of saying like, hey, that sounds really cool, sounds really awesome. I'm gonna go with that. Then I'm going to my next elite talent, who is which one is the next awesome after that one, and then I'm going to the last one. That's how I'm doing that. So I'm not picking a specific route. Like when you would play one of these specs, in this case when you would play a Warlock, you would pick elite talents and the minor talents, which would increase your DPS. I'm just setting a route from going from number 1 to number 2 to number 3 elite talent, and I'm just picking the talents as I go, not paying too much attention to the minor talents what I pick. I'm just trying to get the fastest route to cover the 3 elite talents, and then I'll fill in the gaps which minor talents were finishing. Also keep in mind, this is a very, very early look, and everything is subject to change. Okay, all these talents could be switched out. Like on the Unholy Death Knight, there was a talent that your attacks had a chance to summon extra armies of the dead. They removed that after like a week or something already. So everything is still being tuned out. So keep in mind that when you're watching these videos, already some of those videos I already made, there could be changes in the talents, and there still could be changes to come. So keep that in mind. So let's start off. So when you get a artifact weapon, you get a equip effect. And the equip effect for the Deadwind Harvester is the following. Killing enemies empowers the Deadwind Harvester, increasing your shadow damage by 10% and doubling the power of all passive effects of the Harvester. Tormented souls periodically attempt to escape the Harvester. Killing them refunds 10% mana. So, the Harvester gives us 10% increased damage, and it's also doubling the effects of all the passive choices in here, which we'll get to. Also, and this is very cool, is like when you're playing an Affliction Warlock, you have Tormented Souls coming out of your weapon. I watched some I don't have an alpha or beta key, so I'm watching all the YouTubers, and I watched the video of Preach Gaming about the Warlock, and he's saying because it says like you have to killing them refunds 10% mana, and the people were afraid like, do I need to stop DPSing? Like if you're dealing with a raid boss, do I need to swap dots over to this Tormented Soul who escaped my Harvester to get my mana back? Right now, when I watched Preach's video, he said, don't worry about them, just let them, you can just let them go, you don't have to dot them up, they will die by themselves. They will or reach your target and die, or they will get killed in the melee cluster. Some cleave and AoE abilities by tanks and melees will kill them. You don't have to dot them up, you don't have to worry about them. And if nobody is actually damaging, it looks like when they reach their target they will die as well and refund you the mana. So it's not like you need to swap targets all the time. So that's a good thing. I hope they will keep it that way. So because it would be very frustrating if you're playing Affliction Warlock and you're like, I'm DPSing on this boss. We have random tormented souls escaping from my weapon, and I'm in the zone. I'm DPSing my boss, but hold on, just a tormented soul pops up, and I now have to switch my DPS when I'm in a burn phase of a boss. That would annoy players, but it looks right now that you don't have to worry about that. So let's start off with the first talent. That is, wow, it's Reap Soul. That's a long text, so I'm gonna increase my my window a little bit over here where I'm recording. So deal 20% of spell power shadow damage every 3 seconds for 42 seconds. Okay. Each time Reap Soul deals damage, it increases its damage frequency by 6.66%. Lols. Okay. So what this does is we get 20% more spell power for every 3 seconds for 42 seconds. So that's what this does. And then we have different choices. We have Tide Stones. So okay, I'm not sure how that's going to work out, by the way. So we have the the basic damage is 20% spell power every 3 seconds for 42 seconds. And each time Reap Soul deals damage, it increases damage by 6.66. That's staying, that's not going anywhere. But when we have the Tide Stone of Golganath, each time Reap Soul deals damage, it heals you for twice the damage dealt. Okay, so that's a heal. So we can choose to, apparently when we can use Tide Stones, I really have to look into that. I have no clue how that's going to work out. I did not see that in any footage so far. So that's one thing we can do. So we can also choose for the Hammer of Kasgoroth. Each time Reap Soul deals damage, it snares the target by 5%, stacking up 20 times. Upon reaching 20 seconds, it stuns the targets for 3 seconds. Well, that makes sense. 20 times 5% is 100%. So that's a stun we can choose to use. Let's go a little bit. Try to go a little bit up. I have to increase my screen even more. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. I did not know we got that big of a wall of text. Then we have the Tears of Alone. Each time Torment deals damage, increases your movement speed by 3% for 10 seconds, stacking up 20 times. So that's 60% movement speed for 10 seconds. That's a lot. That's a lot of movement. And that could be really nice. That could help you out great. And then we have Arkramar's Aegis. Each time Reap Soul deals damage, the target deals 1% less damage to you. So apparently we can tweak out with this. We can tweak which stone we want to use, and then we can tune that for a boss fight or the situation we're in. Very, very cool. I like that. I'm kind of curious though how that is going to work out. Let's make the screen a little bit smaller again. There we go. There we go. So okay, so that's our starting. That's our starting talent. So now we have to pick an elite talent. So let's just go over all 3 of them. And this looks very cool. It has the Ragnaros picture into it. So let's go over there. Let's have a look. So this is Soul Flame. When you kill a target, its soul bursts into flames, dealing Shadow Flame damage to everything around it. So that's Soul Flame is like a AoE dot, I assume then. It's like, oh, the rune pops up. Damn. I'm gonna ignore him for now. When you kill a target, its soul bursts into flames, dealing Shadow Flame damage to everything around it. So when you kill something, it leaves off an AoE damage. I'm really sorry for the Steam, guys. I didn't know I had to turn it on. It's kind of distracting me right now. So when you kill something, you have a AoE damage ability going off. That's okay. Then we have Wrath of Consumption. Killing an enemy causes your damage over time effects to deal 2% more damage. This ability stacks up to 5 times. So basically, it's kind of okay. Killing an enemy causes your damage over time effect to deal 2% more damage and stacks up to 5 times. It's kind of a cleave in AoE. If we have AoE mobs, or if we have a boss fight with ads, that's fine because it will it causes our damage over time effects, our dots, to actually deal more damage, and we can do like 10% more damage with the dots. That's fine, that's no problem. But on a single target fight, killing an enemy, you're gonna get the damage increase after you kill the boss on a single target boss fight. So for a single target fight, not that great. So let's move over to Harvested Souls. Harvester of Souls. Your drained spells have a chance to trigger on all targets afflicted by your corruption for 3 seconds. So again, these 3 elite talents seems to be about killing ads. Your drain spells have a chance to trigger on all targets affected by your corruption for 3 seconds. So of course this works for single target as well, but it sounds it would benefit you the most if you have a ad fight. So I'm kind of confused right here. Maybe the you can do stuff here with the tormented souls. Maybe you can use those tormented souls to actually use those elite talents and give you, because when you kill a target, if your tormented soul dies, maybe you will get the soul flame burst into its soul burst into flames, dealing shadow flame damage to everything around that. And if you would have a single target boss fight and you want to use those tormented souls, you would want to time, you would just want to melee to cleave it down, and you just want to make sure it dies around the melee range of the boss. So it looks like the elite talents are kind of AoE / cleave abilities. But maybe that's going to work out fine with your tormented souls. That could work out very, very nicely. So what sounds the most cool? I'm going for a Soul Flame. It just sounds the most cool, and I hope they put a really nice graphic into it. So like you see actually when something dies, when an ad dies around the boss, that everything that is set on fire, that you actually see a explosion and you see the boss or the other ads really burning up in flames. That would be really cool. So we're gonna move over to Soul Flame. How are we going to get there the quickest way? We have 3 talents over here. We could also take the long route. I think I'm going to take the long route, because then I could go to take this talent as well. So we're gonna have to. So we're gonna start out with Inherently Unstable. Increases the critical strike chance of your unstable affliction by 4%. So that's a damage increase straight up. So we have now 8%. Stacks up 3 times. So we have now that's a damage increase. That's fine. Let's move on. Then we have Sweet Souls. Your Hellstone fully heals you. Any party member using a Hellstone also heals you for the amount they were healed. So okay, so our Hellstone heals up to full. That's always good. And when somebody else is using a Hellstone on a different period, on a different moment, and yours is on cooldown, you still get a 20 or 30% AP speed gift. So that's very nice. So we have Sweet Souls. It's kind of like an survivability. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. It's not a DPS increase, but whatever. Then we're going to Hideous Corruption. Increases the damage of your corruption by 4%. Straight up DPS increase. That's going to be 8% DPS increase. I'm fine with that. Then we're going to move up to Shadowy Incantations. Increases your shadow damage dealt by 4%. So all our shadow spells are going to do more damage. Nice. 8% more shadow damage. And then we unlocked Soul Flame. There we go, our first elite talent. When you kill a target, its soul bursts into flames, dealing shadow flame damage to everything around that. Sounds really cool, to be honest. Then we're going to pick Wrath of Consumption, because why not? We're here anyway. Killing an enemy causes your damage over time effects to deal 2% more damage, stacks up 5 times. Nice, okay. So I hope that is going to work with the Tormented Souls from the equip effect. So now I want to go over my final elite talent as fast as I can, because this is how I make these videos. So we're gonna pick Drain to a Husk. That sounds really creepy. Increases the damage of your drains by 4%. Nice. It sounds like, it really sounds creepy, like you're sucking somebody with drain life and you see them tear away, you know, you see their flesh getting ripped off their bones until there's nothing like a skeleton left, which collapse on the ground and turns into ash. That would be really cool. We're never gonna get a graphic like that, but that's what this name brings to mind. That's the picture it gives. It pops up in my mind when I'm reading shit like that. Really nice. And then we get, I can't pronounce this. What is this pronounced? You guys need to let me know. Inimitable Agony. Am I pronouncing that right? You guys are gonna kill me. Or you're gonna have a big laugh at me. But increase the damage of your agony by 5%. That's fine. We're gonna have 3 stacks of that. So increases the damage of your agony by 8%. Nice. Okay, straight up DPS increase. And then we're gonna have our Harvester of Souls. Your drain spells have a chance to trigger on all targets afflicted by your corruption for 3 seconds. Okay, so we have our 3 elite talents. So now we have a lot of choice left. And of course we're gonna go over them, don't worry. So what do we have left? I'm kind of curious. What is this? This is Seeds of Doom. This is Seed of Corruption increase. I'm just going over them. So Seeds of Doom, why not? We're just gonna pick them. Screw it. I'm gonna start here, finish off this line, and then I'll see what I'm going to do. So we have Inherently Unstable. Increases the critical strike chance of your unstable affliction by 8%. That's very nice. So we're gonna increase the damage of our Seed of Corruption. So that's basically AoE. Increasing the detonation damage up to 15%. And what do we have here? We have Fatal Echoes. When your unstable affliction expires, it has a 25% chance to reapply itself. Okay, that only stacks up once. Okay, so we have a 25% chance that unstable affliction will refresh itself. Very nice. So you want to track that. You want to really have a look at your unstable affliction. That means you don't have to refresh it sometimes. Cool. Then we have Mere Flesh. Reduces the damage you take by 4%, so straight up survivability increase. Okay, that's alright. 8% in total. That's fine. Let's just go over here. Then we have Compound Interest. Each agony and corruption you cast increases the damage of your next unstable affliction by 10%. Okay, that's very nice. So each agony and corruption you cast, so we want to have to cast agony and corruption before we apply unstable affliction because it deals 10% more damage. A little bit of a rotation changer in there. Nice. Okay, cool. I'm fine with that. Keep in mind that some things I'm like, oh, that looks nice, or that sounds really cool, and it could be really. Maybe you guys don't agree, or maybe the professional players and the mathematicians are saying like, yeah, but that's really shit. I just like these things. I just like changes, and we're gonna see. Maybe it will work out shit. Maybe when I'm playing the Affliction Warlock, or other people are like, oh, that's a really shit talent because I have to time up my agony of corruption. I'll leave that up to you guys, but I don't mind. I just want to go over this in a positive way. Then we have Long Dark Night of the Soul. Increase the healing of your drain spells by 10%. Now this is things I find very boring. It does 30% more healing. Yeah, okay. We're using, I believe you're gonna use drain health as much as possible. I think you can turn that into Soul Harvest. I'm not sure. I don't know much about Affliction Warlock, so yeah. But it will heal you more. I think it's just increasing the healing of an ability you already used. I mean, those are things I'm just like, meh, okay, whatever. So let's move on. Then we have the final talent we have. It's Perdition. Increase the critical damage of your agony, corruption, drain, and unstable affliction by 5%. Stacks up 3 times, so that's very strong. 10% more damage of your dodge, basically. Very nice. Now, these are talents I like. Just straight up damage increases is. I like to be more powerful. You know, if you work on your artifact talent and you get more powerful, that's stuff I'm okay with. So this is a look for you guys for the artifact talents for the Affliction Warlock. And if you guys are not aware, if you don't know. You can check this you can check this artifact calculator out yourself, and we have artifact power here. You can use you can give extra item levels to your artifact weapon, and you can upgrade then extra spells, and you can select all the spells. Yeah, you have uncommons who just do a little upgrade, and you have rares which will do more of an upgrade. But if I pick like Bloodsinger Essence, this will be 4 out of 4 instead of 3 out of 3, and will increase the damage to 10% instead of being 8%. Stuff like that. This is how these relics are working. So it's really, really simple. I'm not going over them because they just increase. They give an extra rank to the existing minor talents, not the elite talents, okay? Only the minor. So that's why I'm not going over that, because the video would be like an hour and really, really boring because it doesn't add anything. So what you could do is tailor with these relics, like you want to pick something that you want to increase your critical strike, or you want to increase the damage of your agony, you can pick and choose what you want to upgrade a step further. You can also select 2 and the same relic twice, and then this will be 5 out of 5 instead of 3 out of 3. So you can pick and tailor. You can, for let's say you have an Adfire, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna pick my AoE/cleave talents, like my unstable affliction. We're gonna have a lot of unstable affliction. Sorry, my corruption. We're gonna have Seeds of Corruption. We're gonna have a lot of ads. I'm gonna upgrade for this fight my Seeds of Doom to 5 out of 5 because we have so many ads and I can do a shit ton of AoE damage that way, and that will benefit me for this boss fight. So that's stuff you can do. And if you have like a single target boss fight, you can upgrade some single target spells, and you can also make a mixture of cleave and single target. So yeah. So that was the Affliction Warlock. Let's move on to, I believe we don't have Demonology. Nope, not yet. We're gonna move on to Destruction, guys. So here we are at Destruction. Let's go over to the equip effect. Your spells can punch holes in the walls of time and space, opening beneficial portals. Wow, that's cool. That's amazing. So we can actually, our spells will punch holes in the walls of time and space, opening beneficial portals. I'm really curious what these portals are going to do. Are they going to summon extra demons? Well, this is Destruction. So what are these portals going to give us? Can we use them as portals going from A to B during a boss fight? Are they going to increase the damage of our spells and abilities? Are they going to give us maybe a random extra ad who's going to help us tank or whatever? There's a lot of choice here. I'm really curious how this is going to work out. So this sounds really awesome. I hope it's going to work out awesome as well. So I did not see any destruction footage yet, so I have no clue, and I don't have an alpha and a beta key like I said before. So let's move on to the starter talent. Oh, it's the same as the equip effect. That's sometimes it shows that the equip effect is the same as the starting talent, but like you guys could see in the affliction talent, it's not always the same. I'm not sure. It means that this talent could change. It also could be that the artifact equip effect will change, or maybe they will stay the same. We don't know yet. So okay, so it's exactly the same. Your spells can punch holes in the wall of time and space and open beneficial portals. Okay, cool. Very, very nice. Now we have to select or elite talents. So let's go over to stuff of the universe. We got this getting awesome portals, and we're just doing stuff in the universe, you know, nothing big, just stuff, you know, stuff. Yours is that seriously? Is this the same again? Your spells can punch a hole in the walls of times in opening beneficial portals. Yeah, we got that 3 times already now, Blizzard. So yeah, no, we're not going there. Let's go somewhere else. Your Conflagrate, so this is Conflagration of Chaos, sorry. Your Conflagrate always crits and critical strike rating increasing its crit damage. Nice, okay. It's kind of boring to be honest, because it's just critical strike rating and crit damage. So it's kind of a boring talent. Nothing special, and it's a good DPS upgrade, don't get me wrong, but it's not like something really amazing happens. No explosions, no souls being on fire, nothing like that. So, a bit boring. It's good DPS upgrade, but it sounds a little bit boring. So let's go over Regard of the Sakurai. Your spells have a 10% chance to trigger Doomfire. Okay, so that's for basically AoE, right? I mean, I'm not fully. I didn't play Warlock until Mist of Pandaria, so I don't know how it's played right now. So Doomfire is, I believe that's AoE. So okay, and this is so we have really boring AoE talents, of elite talents. Sorry, I'm going for Conflagration of Chaos. I'm sure this talent has to change. So let's go over here. Let's go to Burning Hunger. Increases the chance for Immolate to generate a soul shard by 3%. Stacks up 3 times, so increases the chance for your Immolate to generate a soul shard by 10%, guys. So we have a 10% chance of getting a soul shard. It's kind of boring to be honest. No damage increase or whatever. I'm kind of. It's nice because we need soul shard, so Immolate has a 10% chance, and we're gonna have Immolate up all the time, I'm guessing. So it's gonna be a decent soul shard generator. That's fine, but okay, nothing spectacular. Let's move over to the Devourer of Life. Increases the damage of your healing of drain life by 20%. So we have a 40% drain life increase. So it does 40% more damage and drains more life. Okay, I'm fine with that. It's a damage increase. Straight up, no problems with that. Next up is Planeswalker. Using your demonic gateway will fully heal you. Oh, that's a nice gimmick. That can save your ass. But you should use demonic gateway for how's it called? For transitioning yourself or repositioning yourself. But it will also heal you. That's nice. So whenever we're in a really tough situation, like on and you're using it, and when you're low on health, you will be fully healed. It's a nice little gimmick. So then we have our first elite talent. Your conflagrate always crits and critical strike rating increases it crit damage. So straight up big DPS increase. Okay. So now I'm going down to the AoE talents, the Regard of the Samurai. Let's just go over. Master of Disaster. Oh, that sounds cool. Increase the damage dealt by your Incinerate. So we're increasing and boosting our Incinerate by 15%. Okay, no problems there. Then we're moving on to Price of Power. Your chaotic energies randomize 3 times and select the highest value. I have no clue what that's going to do. Does that mean like it's going to randomize 3 times and select the highest value? Is that value in stat wise? Like it's going to choose between, let's say, crit, haste, and mastery. And it's going to select the highest one. And that's going to randomize 3 times. So one time it's gonna pick like crit, once like next time it's gonna pick haste, and next time mastery. I don't know. This is really confusing me. Maybe I'm missing something. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the Price of Power, because it's kind of confusing me. Your chaotic energies randomize 3 times and select the highest value. Value of what? What is it picking? And what is it picking off? Which 3 categories? I don't know. This could be really cool, and this could really be a bummer. Like, oh, I want to have this, and it's picking the other things. Like you're, oh damn, didn't pick the right one. And for all we care, it's just always a good thing. We don't know yet. It's really strange. So maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm not good enough in Warlock knowledge, which I'm fully aware to acknowledge that. And maybe we're just something here we don't know yet. Anyways, let's move on. Regard of the Samurai, your spells have a 10% chance to trigger Doomfire, and I believe Doomfire is a AoE ability. So now we want to move over to the last elite talent, just because we want to go over everything. It's the same as the equip effect in the starter talent. I'm sure that's going to be worked out, don't worry about it. So we have Soul Snatcher. Wow, that sounds cool. Your Chaos Bolt has a 5% chance to refund 2 soul shards. Okay, stacks up 3 times. So Chaos Bolt has a 15% chance to refund 2 soul shards. That could be really cool, because if you're lucky and you're firing off your Chaos Bolts, which are 1 soul shard each the last time I played Warlock. So if you're lucky and you're casting out 4 and you get like it's like 15%, but let's say you get 1 or 2 back, you can actually cast 2 more Chaos Bolt in the same period, on the same moment. And usually, I mean, people taught me how to play Warlock is you want to link up your Chaos Bolt with big DPS talents and all that kind of stuff, and on the right moment. So that could be a nice damage increase. Fire and the Flames increases the haste effect of Backdraft by X amount of percentage. Now I don't remember what Backdraft does anymore. I'm sorry. But get more haste. That's always good for casting our spells. So I'm okay with that. But the amount of percentages we don't know yet. But more haste, nothing wrong with that. Fire from the Sky. Rain of Fire deals an additional 5% damage. Okay, that's straight up. Just AoE. 15% more damage from Rain of Fire. Okay, nothing wrong with that, I guess. Nothing spectacular. Then we have Lord of Flames. Your Rain of Fire now also rains Infernals. Now we're talking. That's really cool. I love this. To have big Infernals raining down. Oh damn, that's just awesome. I mean, it's not good for a single target boss fight or whatever, but for a boss fight with adds and a lot of stuff, and you're popping this even with clearing trash, and you see all those Infernals coming down. That's awesome as hell. I can't wait to see that in game. Seriously, that must look so cool. Can you guys imagine, instead of having the Rain of Fire, we will have a rain of Infernals coming down. That's well good. I love that. That's so amazing. GG Blizz. That's a big thumbs up. And then we have the Stuff of the Universe. So what do we have left? Oh, I'm excited for this talent the most. And it's just only for clearing trash or AoE fights. So that's kind of silly, but yeah, this sounds really awesome. Let's move on to the final talents. We have Russian. I'm sorry, guys. Residual Flames. Increases the periodic damage of Immolate by 10%. Okay, this is one of the things you definitely want to have. 30% more damage if you Immolate all the way. So normally, of course, like I said, it's not a guide, but probably you want to go like Burning Hunger and then straight up to Residual Flames and Soul Snatcher. I'm guessing something like that is going to happen. I'll leave that up to the professionals. Eternal Struggle is our final talent. After casting Life Tap, you take X amount of percentage less damage for 6 seconds. Okay, so life Tap, we're converting life into mana, and that you take like X amount of less damage for 6 seconds after using Life Tap, because you're gonna be lower on health, is not a bad thing. So I'm okay with that. So this concludes our look of the Warlock. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my content, guys, please subscribe to my channel. We're back on track. We're gonna do videos again. Just in case you guys are wondering, we're gonna do all the artifact talents. Don't worry about that. We're gonna cover each spec. We're gonna take a look at the artifact weapons, how they look like, and all that kind of stuff is what I want to do. I want to get into the tier set, the mounts, every Legion news. Also, I want to look to a new game to put up on my channel. I could play some. I'm thinking about participating in Season 5 to be in the ladders. Try to get a rank 5 or 600 in Diablo 3. And the Season 5 starts on 15th of January. I could record that for you guys. I could record Heroes of the Storm. Room bought me the Black Ops 3, and this is my first Call of Duty experience, so you guys can watch me and see me feel in Call of Duty. That's an option. Heroes of the Storm is an option. I have the Fallout 4, I have that. I have the latest Batman game. I have The Witcher 3. I would like to add another game. Ark Survival Evolved is still on my mind to do something nice with that. Let me know in the comments down below. What would you like to see on my channel next to World of Warcraft stuff? Don't worry, the World of Warcraft stuff is not going anywhere. We're gonna cover Legion, and when Legion hits, we're gonna play it. And if I get a alpha or beta key, I'm assuming I won't get an alpha or beta key. I really believe I won't get any beta key because I'm so small, and I'm fine with that. I have no problems with that. But if we get one, of course I will dive into it and let you and make a lot of videos for you guys. But Legion is still 6 to 9 months away. I would like to add something else to this channel. Let me know in the comments down below. If you have other suggestions than the games I mentioned, let me know. I'm sure I'll be able to play those games as well. And just have something else to do until Legion hits, you know? Just something to break up the World of Warcraft stuff. Let me know in the comments down below. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you very much for watching and listening. This is Dr. Torian, the Disc Guy from Drenthe, wishing you all a very nice day. Bye, guys.